generally when we present the 5 key recommendations, education professionals generally feel that they score quite well. They would score quite well, and they are generally doing a lot of the practice that we recommend, which I think is really good. But I do think there's a lot of nuance in how you deliver some of these things, and how much thought is gone into specifically targeting these interventions at the most vulnerable students that you have. But we know that that report that I've just mentioned is, I think it's 40 pages. It's a really big report for people to read. And we know as education professionals, you probably just don't have a lot of time to read reports. You might come across the report, bookmark it, email it to yourself, with the intentions of coming back to it. And so to help with that, we've created an online self-assessment tool that's free for all education settings in England and Wales to use. I just want to caveat, at the moment, it's for registered education settings. I know somebody put a question in the chat about unregistered alternative provision providers being able to use it. At the moment, it's not available, but it's a specific thing that we're working with the developers of the website to add. So in the next couple of weeks, we should have that function where even if you're not registered, you can go on the tool and self-assess. But I just wanted to maybe show you the tool for 2 to 3 minutes and just show you what is available for you to use. We would really love if following the session today, maybe later on today or in the coming weeks, you did visit the website and you were able to access it. The tool will ask you to log in as an education professional, and it will give you, it will provide you with 37 questions to answer, and they're all centered around practice that's happening in your education setting. And you'll be asked to score yourself with never, rarely, sometimes, often, and always. So I've kind of filled one in just to save a little bit of time, but I just wanted to show you what the experience looks like. So you will complete 37 questions, just moving your way across the questions. You'll then reach a page with questions around anonymity. So the tool is very much designed to be anonymous. We can't, although we can see who has registered and completed a self-assessment, we are never able to kind of marry up the responses to that education setting unless you would like to share that with us. And that's a really important feature, because I think we want people who do complete the self-assessment to answer it as honestly as possible, to really enable kind of reflection and possible change of practice further down the line. But if you would like to share your responses with us, you're able to here. And similarly, you are able to share them with a group. So in this context, you could share that with Merseyside VRU, which would enable them to have access to the responses, which I will touch on in a minute. Enables just like a broader, wider level of understanding of what's happening across Merseyside. But if you did complete the 37 questions and the 2 questions around anonymity, you'll be presented with a summary dashboard that kind of scores your alignment to the evidence that we have put out in our reports. So in this example, in the school that I run, we've scored really well from recommendations 1 to 4, but perhaps recommendation 1, keeping children in education, is a specific area of development for us. And the tool enables you to receive an insights report around this. So this is kind of where the real meat comes from the digital tool. So it's for all of the 5 recommendations, you will receive customized feedback depending on how you've scored across all of the questions. And you'll receive quite tangible areas of feedback of either specific things that you could look to change in your practice, or perhaps with specific references for further reading in the education practice report. So here it's telling you to look at page 7, where we specifically delve into attendance improvement strategies. So we really hope that if you complete the questionnaire, you're able to then start thinking about what are the specific things that we need to improve on. by reading the Insights report. The Insights report is also available to be downloaded as a PDF. So it may be that you complete it on behalf of your education setting, but you download the report and you share that with colleagues to generate discussion around specific areas that you'd like to improve on. There is also a comparison function. So this is a comparison with other settings that have completed it. And you can compare yourself across a range of metrics. So there is a national average that you can compare yourself with. There could be, in this context, the schools in London, but for you, it'd be a Merseyside where you can compare yourselves with other schools in Merseyside. And a range of other metrics, such as comparing yourself to other schools that have a similar percentage of free school meals. And lastly, yeah, you can kind of access all of your responses by downloading it as a PDF. So we really hope that if that interests you, you might go away and complete the self-assessment, share that with your senior leadership team, and start to think about, are there any specific areas where we can be better aligned with the evidence? Aside from that, I did just want to show you what it would look like if you did share your responses with Merseyside VRU. So this is a dashboard that we've kind of agreed to create for Merseyside VRU in the coming months, once we've had a good number of Merseyside schools complete it. This is kind of a summary of, this would be a summary of practice across the region. So in this example, you can actually see that the schools in this group have generally quite strong alignment to a lot of the questions across key recommendation number 1. But in the third section, there are perhaps weaknesses in the first question around providing mentoring to children that are returning from suspension. So that might indicate to Merseyside VRU and us as an organisation at the Youth Endowment Fund that there's a specific need in the region for help in putting on mentoring programmes. And that just allows us then to start working with you collaboratively on what are the resources, what are the funding opportunities that we can help to tackle specific areas of need and development in your local context. So that's generally what I wanted to present to you today. I just wanted to reiterate that if you would like to share your results with Merseyside VRU, it's just really important that in that anonymity page, you do select the second question here, share with group, and just put a Merseyside VRU. Without that, we can't access your results. So please do so. And finally, in the slides which you'll receive from me, I've also just included a link to the practice guidance report that we have, and similarly a link to the self-assessment tool. So please check out the slides, and all of the links will be on there.